All right, that is wrapping it up for that segment. Now we talk about something that is a little bit different, something that all of us use pretty much every day. In fact, I have it on my laptop right now. I have it on my phone. In fact, if you can see, I'm actually on Facebook Live. Yep, we're talking about Facebook. Facebook Watch, it is rolling out. So let's try to get your perspective on that. What exactly is Facebook Watch? Well, most of us already watch a lot of videos and we enjoy browsing Facebook, but that exactly is what Facebook is tapping into, making sure that you can watch new shows and videos that are catered to a certain audience, very similar to YouTube. Here's the report.
Who doesn't watch videos on Facebook? Well, maybe not all of us, but for many of us, Facebook is another great service like YouTube to enjoy videos. And to make that experience even richer, the company has now introduced a new video service, and it's called Watch. Let's understand how it works. Watch is basically a new platform for shows on Facebook. Shows are made up of episodes and they could be live or recorded. The new Watch service is personalized, which means that users will be able to discover shows based on their interests or, for that matter, based on what their friends are watching. For example, users will find a section like Most Talked About, which will highlight shows that spark conversation. Another section will be What's Making People Laugh, which will have shows that have got the laugh reaction from users, and then one section will be What Friends Are Watching, which will help users connect with friends about shows they too are following. Watch will not only feature original programs financed by Facebook, but it will also have videos from other creators. The service will be available as a separate tab that will become personalized to users' interests over time. Watch will be available on mobile, desktop, laptop, and on TV. The new video service will be first introduced to a limited group of people in the US, and eventually it will be released for people across the globe.
Well, Facebook's Watch will also feature Major League Baseball games with a live game every week, a cooking show, a reality game show, also behind the scenes look of NBA's basketball stars, and even a few National Geographic programs. A full list of things that are soon going to be available on Facebook Watch. Certainly exciting, certainly interesting, a new rollout that Facebook is throwing out. Let's bring in our tech gurus here at the WION newsroom. We have Sahil Maniktala and Ankit Tuteja joining us to get some perspective on this. Sahil, let me first start with you. The advantage of Facebook Watch, what does this bring? I mean, is it a good thing for viewers going to be competing with YouTube? The pros, I guess.
So Facebook seems to be moving from spontaneous viewing to deliberate viewing, and it's also challenging the traditional television model, which is, a dying breed. And I should admit that because my job really depends on it. But
we want you to watch TV.
Yeah, we want you to watch TV,
right.
but viewership is sliding. It's
right.
not working out. So they've gone in this direction, which is they're following in the footsteps of Netflix and Amazon Prime. Now, there's two advantages with Facebook Watch. One is that it's cross-platform. That means it's available on your laptop, on your smartphones, on your desktops, on your tablets, which is a great thing because that means it's accessible. The content will be accessible to people on multiple platforms, which should increase its popularity. And we already know that newsfeed is very popular, as we already know that.
Right.
So with this, it'll be even more popular. Now, the second advantage is that is original programming, which is very much needed. People like to see new and interesting stuff. And what this does is it's going to give creators and content creators out there, a chance to show their content, show what they're making. That also means more ad revenues. That means more profits for them. While Facebook will probably take more of the profits, it's a good way to put your content out there. So these, for me, are the two advantages with Facebook Watch. And it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, how popular it will become. Considering that Facebook already has 2 billion users, I won't be surprised that this new feature will give you another 1 billion users in no time.
All right, interesting perspective. Let me also bring in Ankit Tuteja to get perspective on this. Ankit, we talked to Sahil about this rollout, the pros. What about the cons? Are there any things that perhaps we're not considering, when it comes to Facebook's Watch, or is it just too early to tell?
Archit, it's an interesting move from Facebook given that the video consumption is on the rise. But at the same time, Facebook has an advantage and disadvantage as well. If you talk about the user base, Facebook right now has 2 billion users. So basically, if you are on your Facebook and you have a video tab, a dedicated video tab in your newsfeed, you would want to visit that and you would want to experience videos out there. So basically 2 billion user base is already out there. So basically that's an advantage for Facebook. But when you talk about the disadvantage, the on-demand video service is actually very crowded. You talk about Netflix, you talk about YouTube, you talk about Hulu. So the market is very crowded. So it's yet to be seen what kind of content Facebook actually brings. It will totally depend on the type of content and how soon that content will be updated.
Speaking of soon, I understand this is only going to be out in the United States, sort of as an original test, if I'm correct. So people in India can't just see it yet. But every few months or even years, I guess Facebook rolls out something new, the chat function, the going live option. Is this just perhaps a gimmick so people stay on Facebook, or is this for them more of a profit model to make money? Because that's the big question. How are they making money with this video service? They can get ads and all that. So what is their incentive, I guess? Where are they going with that?
I think it's the latter. I mean, for them, profits will be, the key priority. Yes, they are innovating. They'll always be innovating, but, they have to keep getting more ad revenues. They have to get more brands on board, and so they can, keep expanding the enigma that Facebook is.
Right.
The whole objective for Mark Zuckerberg is he will always say, yes, we are innovating. Facebook is the best social networking site there, but at the end of the day, they are running a business and they have to treat it like a business. But with Facebook Watch, what I want to add is that I don't think it's going to be a major competition to Netflix or Amazon Prime just right now, because while they are focusing on original programming, you're not going to be seeing those big, long series you watch in Netflix like House of Cards or you watch on Amazon Prime. Right now, you're going to get much shorter content.
All right.
Like you said, on the report that there'll be a baseball show, there'll be a cooking show, there'll be all sorts of these.
Like a one-time watch.
Yes, so one-time watch, which is very popular with users. It's something you watch, you then switch off, and then you watch the next thing. So that way, I think this is it's gonna target a niche audience in that way. But I don't think Netflix because it's a very different model. What Netflix and
so they're not really competing.
Yeah, so it's not exactly. So it's not exactly competing. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait to see when they bring it out to India. But until then, we'll have to wait and watch.
Yeah.
I guess. Right. All right. Sahil, thank you so much. Ankit, thank you so much for your input as well. Facebook Watch to be rolled out in the U.S. for testing and then hopefully make its way to other countries as well. Unfortunately, we are out of time. That does it for this discussion, this bulletin. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can track all of our stories in our digital, mobile, and social media platforms. I'm Archit Seshadri. Good night.